Hey, what's up, your Marjack79 here. And I tell you what, I just got in from my evening walk. I had gotten in a solid 15,000 steps, burned a good amount of calories, had some good food today, and bam, Figuarts hits us with a bombshell of a news story. New York Comic Con, they're finally giving us a recoloring of the classic Gogeta figure of the Super Saiyan Gogeta from Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn with the battle against Janemba, where Goku and Vegeta in their otherworld bodies joined together to take on the demon Janemba to take him out. I'm very excited that we are finally getting an official version of this character. This is a classic Dragon Ball Z character, right up my alley. Right up, definitely, during the core building of the passion, the lifelong passion that has spurred me forward, that is the reason why I am a Dragon Ball fan, Dragon Ball Z fan, for the last 30-something years now. Very, very happy, man. It took long enough, especially as long as I've been collecting these figures the past like 10 years now. But getting this classic character finally onto the shelf from an official entity such as SH Figuarts definitely puts a smile on my face. A lot of collectors are trying to hate already. They're like, nope, Demon Armor will fit. Came out with their version. Already got it. I don't need it. And Tosin or whoever else came out with their version. I don't need it. You're good, Figuarts. All right, well, do you, bro? Just, when he comes out and I do my review, just watch my review and see what you think about it. I'm going to get it because, I've had my fill over the years of getting the secondhand toy company, knockoff versions of the Figuarts of these figures. And, sometimes they come out good, sometimes they come out bad. I give it like 70-30. 70% of the time they come out like shit. 30% of the time they come out good. So, I'm just happy that we're getting an official version of this character. Technically, it's just a repaint from what I'm seeing of the 2.0 Gogeta Blue or Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta from Dragon Ball Super Broly. So a lot of people were having an issue with that as well, for that it's not getting a brand new mode. But if you've been following these figures as long as I have, you would know that the Comic-Con exclusives never get new modes. They just do recolorings of characters that we already have. And Gogeta is such an example that we've been asking for literally the entire time that the line has existed. For some reason we got Vegito very, very early on in the line's infancy, but I think it's because Gogeta was never officially canon. He was a movie character that it took so long for us to finally get him in official form. But now, finally, since we have multiple different branches of the Dragon Ball Figuarts line, from the original Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, and now Dragon Ball Daima, it is cool to finally see them go back and do some of these classic movie characters that we have all wanted for so long. So with this announcement, I hope that they officially, eventually make a Janemba as well. I don't necessarily think I need the big giant Janemba. Some of the bigger characters that they've made, like Guru and Purunga, they look dumb and are way overpriced. So I think I'm good on him. But I definitely want like Demon Warrior sword holding Janemba. That would be freaking fire. I feel like that would be a huge announcement and would sell out like hotcakes. I've had the Dragon Stars version of that character on my shelf for at least, I think, 5-6 years now. So I feel like that's a no-brainer if Gogeta sells well, which I absolutely know that he will. It's probably going to sell out at Comic-Con. And then, of course, you know how Tamashii Nations does it. Once they get done with the Comic-Con, that they will eventually release them to the Tamashii Nations website as well. So I'm very excited to see this particular version of this character sell well, so that we can see an expansion of this character as well, which leads to Janemba, and hopefully it leads to Dragon Ball GT's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. That would definitely be a dream of dream to get all of the Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4s onto our shelves finally. We already have Goku and Vegeta. I desperately want a Figuarts version of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Unfortunately, I do already have a Dragon Stars version, but having a Figuarts version of that character would just be the bee's knees. That's all there is to it. Don't really have an idea officially on price yet, but if I had to take an educated guess, the way Dragon Ball Figuarts has been going in 2025, it's going to be somewhere around or near $100. Just it is what it is, dude. So, if you know somebody that lives in New York, maybe they can head down to the Comic-Con for you, maybe scoop one out for you. They're probably going to charge like a $25 finder's fee, put shipping on there. It's probably going to be an additional $10-15. You're probably looking to spend at least $140 to $150 for him if you want to go that route. Or if you wait for Tamashii Nations to officially announce their figure on their website, you're going to have to wait a year, and then it'll probably be, like I said, $90 to $100. And then, Tamashii Nations fees, an extra $10-20. So you're probably going to end up paying about $115 $120 for it officially. So it's either like $140 or $150 now, or $110 $115 $120 sometime next year. So just keep that in mind. I've been collecting these figures long enough to be able to pinpoint that that's exactly what the price is going to be. I'd be shocked if it is not, especially after the Glorio price was released of him being over $100. So yeah. But needless to say, though, Gogeta has always been a favorite character of mine. So even at that price point, he is an automatic buy for me, 1,000%. I might go to find the buddy at the Comic-Con because unfortunately I don't live anywhere near New York. Y'all know that I'm in Kentucky, so we'll see, man. We'll see. Switch gears a little bit. Of course, if you follow these figures like I do, you know that Tamashii Nations also announced a web exclusive, the Goku and the toddler Gohan, literally the start of Dragon Ball Z. I consider it Dragon Ball Goku as well, kind of like the end of the world tournament arc as he transitions into Dragon Ball Z. If you're not keen on your Dragon Ball knowledge, this is the Goku with the turtle hermit and Sambia on his back and on his front. He has not received the King Kai training yet. He has not perished at the hands of Raditz yet. These are the couple of episodes of Goku existing while he is during his fight with Raditz, when he perishes, then on his way to Snake Way and meeting King Kai. I am very interested in purchasing this figure now. I was not going to spend $250 on this version of him and Gohan when I'm looking at literally like 20 different versions of Goku on my shelf already. But now that he's readily available just to purchase normally, I can mess with it. So we'll check that out. Pre-orders open for him literally tomorrow. So, once we, hit our next payday, of course, we'll, factor that in and see where we're at. And we'll definitely try to add that to the collection as well. Because like I mentioned in my last Dragon Ball video, I'm definitely a Dragon Ball whore. So it's just where we are right now in life. And with that should about wrap us up, man. I did wanted to show off my Gogeta Blue on the shelf here real quick. As you can see, this is still a fantastic figure. So a repaint of this guy looking like Super Saiyan Gogeta from Fusion Reborn. I'm definitely not mad at that at all. I did, back in the day, pick up a Demonomical Fit Super Saiyan Gogeta head sculpt to put on another Gogeta Blue body. It's not terrible, definitely not the best either. I don't know what's going on with that arm right there. I need to fix that. But yeah, I really don't want to move Beast Gohan out of the way though to do it. Yeah. But it's fine. It's fine for right now. But as you can see, I'm very excited about the future. And like I said, I think this is clearly still the centerpiece of my collection. It's been the centerpiece for years now. So getting the Fusion Reborn version of Gogeta to add to the shelf definitely makes me a happy camper. Like I said, thinking about the future, really hoping to finally be able to replace that Dragon Stars Janemba and that Dragon Stars Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as well. That would be epic. I love my Dragon Stars figures. They have served their purpose on the shelf for so long, but definitely if I am able to replace these characters with Figuarts versions, that would make me a happy camper for sure. Okay, that should about wrap us up here, man. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. YouTube has this new feature where if you really like a video and you really like a creator, you can hit this hype button as well. That makes sure it pushes the video into the algorithm for small content creators. I don't think I can consider myself a small content creator anymore per se. I guess, compared to your favorites who's up in that 100s and 200,000 subscriber territory. That's a whole different situation right there. But for me, if you really like my content, make sure you do all that stuff. If you want to see this channel succeed, I'd really appreciate that. So if you want to see more content like this, as you can see, I've been an avid Dragon Ball Figuarts fan throughout the entire line conception. I have been a fan of the Dragon Ball anime for the last 30 years now. So that I have no plans to stop anytime soon. So make sure you get subscribed. You can follow me at youtube.com/markjack79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, my friends, thank you guys for the support, and I will see y'all on the next one. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.